everyone, Scott with the Scott Man. We're here to do a driving video today. We're doing one a little bit differently with the freeway related driving video because we're going to be on two freeways in this video. So we're going to be driving first half the video on I-40 east going into Oklahoma City. We're going to start over by the Kilpatrick Turnpike, and then we're going to be heading north on I-35 as we head toward like the Edmond area. But it is a beautiful morning out right now. My thermometer's reading 60 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's just right above 15, close to 16 degrees Celsius. But fair skies today. This is quite beautiful. But this is my very first time in the state of Oklahoma. I'm not really staying here in Oklahoma on this trip, because I'm currently on my way back from Arizona, heading back to Michigan. I figured, why not do a driving video here through Oklahoma City? This is kind of like a video I did in Nashville, Tennessee, almost 2 years ago, where I drove on a couple of the freeways there. Oklahoma is my 45th state, because yeah, until today I've not been to Oklahoma. And yeah, just yesterday I drove through New Mexico, which was state number 44. You can barely see the lane markers here. Now you can. Utah being my 43rd. So that leaves only 5 more states for me which I have not visited yet. Which that would be Kansas, Idaho, Nevada, Alaska, and Hawaii. But yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm on my way to Kansas City, Missouri now. Although I'm planning to do a trial of the lights video on the Kansas side of Kansas City. So because I'll be driving through Kansas, I'll be adding state number 46 today as well. But with it being the late morning, yeah, the traffic's not too bad. There are 3 major interstates which serve the city of Oklahoma City. We're on one of them right now, which is I-40, which of course goes east and west. Heading out west, that'll of course take you out to Amarillo, Texas, up in the Texas Panhandle. Continue east, that'll take you out to Fort Smith, Arkansas, and eventually down to Little Rock. And then, of course, what we'll be on later will be I-35, which of course goes north toward Wichita, and then eventually to Kansas City, Kansas, and Kansas City, Missouri, and then of course heading south, that'll take you down toward Dallas and Fort Worth, Texas. And there's also Interstate 44, which of course going to the southwest on 44, that'll take you down to Wichita Falls, Texas, and then northeast, I-44 will take you over to Tulsa, and then eventually out to St. Louis, Missouri. But yeah, with this road trip, this is probably the largest city I've driven in since Denver. It's because Flagstaff and Amarillo aren't as large as Oklahoma City. slowly getting closer to Oklahoma City. Just got like several miles to go till we're in downtown. Traffic's starting to build up a little bit here. Oh yeah, we got a little bit of a slowdown right now. Road trip. It's probably the longest road trip I've done in my life so far. Just about 2 weeks, or maybe just a shy of 2 weeks. Oh, and I think I'm going to need to get back over because this is for I-44. Yeah, technically I could, for where I'm going, I could easily go I-44 over to I-35, but then we'll be staying well out of Oklahoma City. Yeah, big slowdown here. But what's interesting is that my Google Maps navigation, I almost said no vacation. My Google Maps navigation was showing the same amount of time to take I-44 around as it would to stay on I-40 to go over to I-35. Now we can start seeing the skyline for Oklahoma City. Yeah, it looks pretty impressive. In the future, I would like to visit Oklahoma City. Because I've heard it's a pretty neat city to visit. Talking about my road trip, because yeah, it's been 12 days since I left Michigan. I'll be back in Michigan later in the day tomorrow, though. With the road trip, I was mainly in Colorado, Utah, and Arizona. With Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City is the largest city in the state of Oklahoma, and it's also the state capital. You just saw a sign for road work on I-40 for 5 miles east. Won't have to worry about that because I'll be getting on I-35 in a few miles. Well, to go I-35 north, because the exit for 35 south would take me back down to Dallas. Which, yeah, as a matter of fact, I was down in Dallas, Texas back in February. That was the last time I've been on an airplane, too, just because I haven't really wanted to get on an airplane due to the virus outbreak. Oh, that's really cool. That is one neat south of downtown Oklahoma City. Yeah, for what I can tell from the freeway, the city looks really nice. The interchange for I-35 south, and then that'll continue north as 235 going just east of downtown Oklahoma City. And also, if you take I-35 south, that'll take it to obviously the southern suburbs of Oklahoma City. And also take it down toward Norman, Oklahoma, which is home to the University of Oklahoma, which of course is where for the athletics, you got your Oklahoma Sooners for football. To get over one lane to the right because I want to go I-35 north.
In half a mile, keep right at the fork to continue on I-35 north, US 62 east. Follow signs for Tulsa, Wichita.
So this is the one little stretch where I-35 and I-40 run concurrently with each other.
Keep right at the fork to continue on I-35 north.
Until this interchange, because now we're going to be continuing north on I-35.
Continue on I-35 north for 12 miles.
So it's like, yeah, now I'm getting off of I-40. I've been on I-40 since Flagstaff, Arizona. Because as I started the drive back home to Michigan, I've started back over in Sedona, Arizona, which is an amazing city, by the way. That whole area has a lot of great hiking trails. Yeah, if you have not been to Sedona, Arizona, I highly recommend it. So for the rest of this video, we will be on I-35. And yeah, I'm going to be filming this up to Edmond, Oklahoma. Because I'm going to be getting an early lunch today up in that area. Because yeah, with it being a larger city, there will be a lot of great food options, and then from there I can just continue up on 35 going into Kansas. I-35 goes quite a bit of ways north and south. So as I mentioned, going south, that will take you down to Dallas, and then eventually it takes you down to Austin and San Antonio, and it ends down in Laredo at the border with Mexico. Continue north on I-35, that'll head up to Kansas City, and then eventually to Des Moines, Iowa, then Minneapolis, Minnesota, and then it ends up in Duluth, Minnesota, which, yeah, I was in Duluth just a couple months ago. And then from there, you just take one where I-35 ends, it continues as just as a regular highway, and that'll take you up to Canada. I-40, I-35, it's a lot less lanes. Like there's only 2 lanes on each direction here. to Sedona, but I went to like Page, Arizona, and to the Grand Canyon just for like a quick 2-3 hour visit. And then up in Utah, I went up to Arches National Park and Canyonlands National Park out near Moab. And then on my way to Page, Arizona from Moab, I made a stop over at Bryce Canyon. Which, yeah, all three of those national parks are absolutely amazing. If I would have had more time, I wouldn't mind going over to Zion. But I'll say that for another trip. Maybe if I do like a trip out to like the Las Vegas area, I could always head out to Zion. Just because it's easy to get to Zion from Las Vegas. Colorado, I stopped in the Winter Park Fraser area. I even had lunch really quick in Denver, and then I even had a stop for a few hours in Vail. Yeah, it's great to get back out to those areas again. I need some water. Oh yeah, and I feel like I'm talking backwards about my road trip. Yeah, I should probably get a bottle of water for where I go to lunch, just because the tap water I got from the hotel in Amarillo does not taste very good. The different hotels I've stayed at.
There's a speed trap ahead.
It's been pretty good water. It's had really good water in Sedona, Moab, even in Page, Arizona, but not the case when it comes to the water in Amarillo. It looks like we're about to come into a work zone up ahead. Oh yeah, plane's ending. And then yeah, the very first night I had a quick stop in Omaha, Nebraska. So I'm in the last leg of the road trip. So I just got one more night, or I've stopped for one more night, and that's up in Kansas City area. Also planning to get some Kansas City barbecue while I'm over there too. So I'm really looking forward to that. Cover that in a Travel the Lights video. So be sure to click that subscribe button so that way you don't miss that video. And then drive home to Michigan tomorrow. I'll probably film a couple more driving videos on my way home. I want to do one on I-94 in the state of Michigan. And I kind of would like to do one somewhere in the Chicago, like the general Chicago area, along either I-80 or I-94. So right now, yeah, this is also, I forgot to point out, this is also a concurrency with I-44. Because I-44 continued west back there a little ways, back toward Oklahoma City. Oh, that's cool, little amusement park there. going to be the interchange for East I-44. One fact about the I-44, it joins up here with the Kilpatrick Turnpike, which of course we saw the Kilpatrick Turnpike at the very beginning of this video. So I-44 continuing east from I-35 is a toll road. So again, as I was saying earlier, if I were to go east on I-44, that would take me first through Tulsa, then eventually out to St. Louis. It's like if I really want to, I could go home that way too. And I would probably, instead of Kansas City, I'd have to stay in like St. Louis or something. Because yeah, from there I could just then take I-55.
In 2 miles, take exit 140 towards southeast 15th Street.
Back up to Chicago. For where I'm planning to go to lunch, I can get off at 2 exits. I'm going to go to the exit where it's not telling me to go to. So yeah, now we're starting to get up to the Edmond area, which is one of the northern suburbs of Oklahoma City. So yeah, I'm going to get off at 2nd Street. Or, yeah, I'll get off at 2nd Street. So it's like you're gonna hear my Google navigation starting to have a hissy fit. Well, maybe in a minute when I bypass the exit it wants me to get off at.
In half a mile, take exit 140 towards southeast 15th Street.
But yeah, it's like other than a little bit of the slowdowns on I-40 as I was heading into Oklahoma City, this has been a pretty nice drive, I have to say.
Take exit 140.
Nah.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto East Frontage Road. Turn left onto East Frontage Road, then use the middle lane to turn left onto East 15th Street.
I'm surprised it didn't complain at me or anything like that, but
in half a mile, take exit 141.
This is gonna be my
Oklahoma
this is gonna be my exit though.
US 77 South, Edmond.
So but anyway, so I'm gonna be getting off here at Highway 77. So I hope you enjoyed this driving video going around Oklahoma City. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to click that subscribe button to comment and join me for the adventure.
Take exit 141, then turn left onto Oklahoma 66
don't forget to click that notification bell so that way you know when a new video goes live. Well, thanks for watching, and this is Scott, the Scottman, signing out.